Well, those bandits back there didn't give us too... Yuha! Oh my god, they killed half of our men, Yuha! 50% casualties, Yuha! That is excessive. Anyway, about your position in the clan, I need to give you a promotion. You have the best attitude. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to another episode with Agrippa. Agrippa Deznutsson. We're back on the open waters with our captured vessels from last time. So exciting. Just a quick recap. Last episode, we, started out the game, came down into Empire territory, and ran the old looter circuit, killing the homeless all the way across the Empire, winning some tournaments, and ultimately ended up buying a boat. And we just finished our first fight with pirates. We took on a group of corsairs and won. And we were on our way to Quiyaz here to sell our boats. Oh, feeling good. If I remember from last time, we got some really interesting boats off of these fellas. And I am excited to get into port here and see what we can do with them. Alright, it's going to be pricey to repair our ships. We definitely took a financial hit getting out here in the first place. Let's go ahead and manage the fleet. See what it is that we want to do with these guys. So the Black Barracuda, our western galley here, is actually in perfectly fine shape. It survived all through that pretty well. We could get 6 grand back for it, which, that's pretty rough. We paid something like 20K for this thing, so, maybe getting a quarter of our investment back. Looking at the rest of the ships, we got the Raging Hamadryas. We can sell that one for 48. It is an unupgraded and partially damaged eastern galley, which is different from our western galleys over here in that it is from the east. Oh, and it's got these lateen sails that handle sailing off the wind a little bit better, but the overall top speed is a little bit slower. That's the trade-off between those two. Otherwise, pretty similar ships. The Barracuda is pretty well upgraded, so don't compare them too closely. These two are both basically the same ship here, from the looks of it. And frankly, I'm not terribly interested in keeping either of them. I think we'll probably keep our western galley here, and then ditch both of these eastern ones. So let's... Oh, I just hit the repair. Never mind, I can cancel that. But we're definitely going to sell both of these eastern galleys. That's where I'm at with those. Tell you what, though. Real quick, let's do some math. We're getting 4,800 for each of those guys if we sell them outright. If we repair all for 2,600... Let's see, if we repair each one, it's going to cost us 600. And let's see what that does to the sell price. So 48 goes to... Oh, I guess we gotta hit confirm to finalize that, so I can't totally do the math. Oh well, let's give it a shot. So 48 goes to... Manage fleet, come on. 54. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, it just straight deducts the damage that you would need to repair from the sell price. That said, I believe repairing your ships in a port is supposed to give you bosun experience. So I'm actually going to go ahead and confirm all of those. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know if that's from what we did last time or what we just now did, but it seems we leveled up bosun. That's excellent. Bosun, I believe, is how this is pronounced, despite it being spelled boatswain. Anyway, looking at the perk choices here, this would be 30% off the cost of ship upgrades, which looks like they run maybe a few grand each time. And then this one's 30% off the ship repair cost, which isn't too bad. It looks like that's, maybe 1,000 if you really mess up your ship. You know what, though? I'm wondering if this would let us repair ships and then sell them back at even more of a profit. Because we just saw it more or less deducts the damage cost from the price of the ship as you're selling it. I'm thinking this would let us repair it and then make even more money, because we're getting a discount on the repairs, and we could just take that back as profit margin. So that's pretty tempting. Neither of the governor bonuses would help us, and, we're going to repair basically forever. We're always going to need to make fixes. We'll only need to pay for the upgrades once. So I'm kind of leaning towards Merchant Prince. I think it'll save us more money in the long run, and it might even make us a little money. So we're going to go for that one. And while we're in here, it looks like we have hit our learning limit on Mariner. So I'm going to put another focus point into there, and we can take our first 2 perks. Here we get to choose between melee weapon handling and a party boost of loot from defeated merchant convoys, so piracy, baby. And Rolling Thunder, which will decrease the accuracy penalty from ship roll and give us more conformity for pirate prisoners. I'm thinking we go for Pirate's Prowess on that one. The melee weapon handling is huge, and the loot bonus will be nice, whereas both of these just kind of feel meh. Moving on, Brute Force gives us kicking and bashing damage with more knockback dealt by our crew. That's a big deal. That's the kind of thing that would let us, shove people off into the water and, really repel boarders nicely, help us push onto their ship instead of them spilling into ours. Whereas Forceful is shield hit points and damage to shields dealt by the crew. Ooh, that's interesting. Both of those seem very strong to me. But Brute Force seems kind of like a stretch, whereas I know Forceful is going to come into play. We're going to break shields and have our shields broken significantly less. And with the prevalence of throwing weapons in naval battles, I think Forceful is the way to go on that one. That's good. Tactics, we can take loose formations or tight formations. Tight formations is good for infantry and cavalry, and loose formations is pretty much good for ranged troops. And I tend to put myself in as the captain of either the infantry or the cavalry, depending on how my companions are faring. So I'm going to go ahead and take tight formations. I think that's the one for me. And that looks like it. We're caught up on our levels. Let's check our companions here. Okay, yeah, hopefully I skipped that so you guys don't have to put up with that. But anyway, there's our character levels managed. Let's finally head back in here to manage fleet and see what the deal is with everything in here. We are going to sell the Hamadryas here for 5,400. And now we have the Golden Owl, which is a Sambuk. And the question becomes this. Are we going to hold on to the Golden Owl? And if so, are we going to sell the Black Barracuda? Or hang on to it for like an additional ship in combat? Now here's the thing, if we look at our max party size, I can only lead 62 troops on land right now. So I could not fill both of these ships to the brim if I wanted to. And because of that, I'm thinking I might go ahead and sell the Black Barracuda, guys. I know we worked real hard for this, and it's a well-upgraded ship. But I just don't have the crew to man it. You know what else we could do is we could just leave it out of the fights and still hang on to both. And this Sambuk, it looks like it's going to be an interesting thing here. I'm going to hit confirm to go ahead and sell that other ship. And then I want to look at some of the upgrades on this. The Golden Owl. What are we going to name this bad boy? Because I do not like either of these, come to think of it. Oh, let's see. I'm going to have to put some thought into that real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades here. I assumed Quiyaz would have upgrades because it's played up as being like this big naval city. But they don't have Jack. Yeah. Get stuffed, Quiyaz. Alright, well in that case, getting into what we're going to do today, I think short-term goal is we need to get back into Imperial territory and recruit some guys. We're going to need a full party at this point. We can carry 62, we want 62. So let's get back into Imperial territory and do some recruiting. And then I think we're going to maybe do a little pilgrimage, set out off north. And I don't know, maybe we do as a stint as a mercenary for the Nords. That might be an interesting time. Seems like they're having an interesting time already. They've lost Hvalvik and picked up Balgard from the Sturgians. Yeah, this could be a fun time up here. Get to fight some Valandians, do a little bit of fighting with the Sturgians, maybe pick up some gear from those guys, maybe pick up some stuff from the horse archers over in the Kuzite lands, too. This could be good, fighting for the Nords. And we can try out some of those Nord troops, which, I know I said I already did my time with them, but they are a blast. And as far as Mariner troops goes, I think they, hands down, take the cake. They have the best. So yeah, I think that's what we're up to today. For now, let's get up into Imperial waters. Pray that we don't get hit by some kind of big pirate party on the way there, and maybe see if we can get some more troops for our voyage up north. Maybe we hunt a few more pirates, too, before we set off, just to get some more naval experience under our belts, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, closing in on Artesia. I don't know if I want... You know, yeah, we're going to go to Artesia. I was going to say, I don't know if I want to land there. I think I'd rather be at Zionica. We're just going to land real quick and repair. And tell you what, I want to see if that gave us bosun experience. It did. It definitely did. So we're always going to be repairing. That's good to know. All right. From there, let's head to the town center and recruit some troops here. I want everybody you can give me. I want all your poor huddled masses and all that good stuff. Let's hop on land. We're going to cruise up here to Vanilla. Maybe take on some of these looters with these troops that we're recruiting. See if we can get some first and second levels done through that sort of thing. We are still just fast enough to catch them. Surrender or die, brigand. Let's send the troops in. All right, I'm not going to make you guys sit through me doing this for the next 10 minutes, so I will see you once we're ready to get back on the boat. All right, guys, we've done some laps around the countryside here. Made it as far up as Legata, and yeah, we're up to 61. So not quite full party, but, you know, doing all right. Filled it out quite a little bit here. Yeah, we can upgrade this Vigla. We got 7 of our recruits up to infantrymen here. So I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade all of them, make sure we're nice and strong on the water. Then all these shipmates are ready to get upgraded to coast guards. So let's do that. Lovely. So it's not an elite group by any means, but we're certainly doing well enough for ourselves that we can head back out on the water without feeling embarrassed about it. Yeah, and we're doing okay on cash, too. I managed to take out quite a few little looter parties out there. So yeah, that really padded us up on supplies from the looks of it. And let's see here. Drop a couple of trade goods I picked up in Legata. And the last of that looter loot. And yeah, we're looking good to go. Let's go ahead and head back to the port and set sail. We should be moving a good bit faster now that we have everyone, not everyone, now that we have enough people to crew our ships. That's the big thing there. You know what I'm just noticing? It looks like the little orange marker where we click is where you... Oh, that was interesting. That Artesia Coastal Patrol was just tangling with some corsairs. I was hoping we could get in when they had one guy left and maybe snipe a couple ships from that. But nope, that's okay. Anyway, keeping it on moving. Oh, we might stumble into a storm here. You know, I'm not too worried about it. We can afford to repair our ships a little. And the experience in Shipmaster and Bosun won't hurt. Yeah, looking at the wind reading there, that's interesting. I didn't realize that's how that worked, but it must be. All right, we got some corsairs there. Tempting. Let's see if we have some more upgrades to make. No, we don't. Huh. You know what we could do is we could take some of these corsair chiefs. Looks like they upgrade into an Azurai Baria. Taco? Okay, yeah, they just go right into the Azurai line. That makes sense. Anyway, we could take some of these corsairs to pad out our lines while we're on our way up there, you know? And, you know, pressing people into service like that makes a lot of sense. We'll lose a little bit of morale, same as recruiting bandit prisoners, but, you know, it'll pad us out enough that maybe we won't take too much of a hit taking on these corsairs. It's tempting. Oh, do we do it? I think we're going to do it. All right, let's go ahead. You know, Mama didn't raise no little baby boy. Let's get in here and take him on.
There's a tax on ships in these waters, sailor. Paid either in coin or in blood.
All right, well, I think I'll pay it in blood. Your blood!
Let no one say we didn't give you a chance.
I would never. Alrighty, a nice even 64 to 64. They are once again spread out across more ships than we are, which might give us a little advantage. I guess we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and get in there and attack. Ooh, yeah. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We could do this one of two ways, I think. We could, never mind, we have too many troops, so we're going to have to split them anyway. We're going to load up the Golden Owl with a blend, but then I want the Black Barracuda to run mostly ranged troops. Yeah, and who's going to be the captain here? I think Yuha gets to be the captain. You know, I want him to be the captain, I should say. Oh, let's see. Oh, we can even get more specific here. That's interesting. Okay. Whatever. Cool. We're gonna take the golden L. We'll be leading the attack here, and I'm gonna set the Black Barracuda on a skirmishing pattern. Let's see. I can set them back a little bit so that we end up in front of them. That's good. And yeah, your order's gonna be to skirmish. I guess we'll give that to you once we're actually in the fight. Cool. So I'm gonna tell ship number 2, F3 to skirmish. And we, let's see here, should not be dropping our sail, it doesn't look like. Or maybe we should. We have the lateen sails. I think that it won't necessarily be a bad thing if we do. And kind of like last time, I think I want to get in and position ourselves on one side to make them kind of circle around us. Alright, the pre-battle screen said these guys would have 4 ships, but they only brought 3 into battle. Probably smart of them. Alright, and I think we just want to go ahead and attempt boarding right away. As I'm closing in, I went ahead and dropped some of the oars. You can hit X to functionally tell your men that you want half of them off of the oars, right? So we went ahead and did that, with the idea that it's going to allow more of them to hop off and start throwing stuff, right? Looks like that's a good choice, you know? We're reeling in. We don't need to be moving on them anymore. The oars aren't doing us any favors, and it lets more of our men hop up and start delivering damage to the enemy. And that's what we're all about. All right, let's keep these arrows coming. Got to support our boys. Maybe we can get some fire going on the boarding ramp between their 2 ships. We got a good angle on these guys down here, mostly hitting shield. I think we can still manage to find a couple good slots where we can shoot, though. Let's keep it up. Ooh, I'm not liking that casualty log. We're having a hard time out there, boys. Oh, no. Oh, I just shot one of my own guys because he had a yellow hat on. All right. Mina's got a level on her now. We're taking a couple of guys out here a second. Oh, let's see if we can get that boy as he throws. Nice, got him. Oh, we just took out a Corsair Chief. That's a big blow to them. Nice. I think we're going to do it, boys. This is going to be as devastating to our numbers as the last one was, but that's okay. You know, you were all fresh, baby-faced recruits anyway. It's not like we're losing a bunch. And is that it? Did we get all of them? I think so. Let's go ahead and control the ship again, and I will tell our men to cut us loose. Nice. We want to attempt to board the new ones over there for sure. There's folks drowning. I heard drowning noises anyway. Who knows why. Oh no, it looks like these guys have already cleared our sister ship. Everyone over there's dead. Oh, that's brutal. Oh no. Alright, well we have to avenge our fallen comrades for sure. That is unacceptable. Let's go ahead and try to tighten up this turn radius. Oh boy, it's kicking the black unicorn. Is that what that was? I forget. Kicking it around pretty bad. Let's see if we can snipe some of these guys who are sitting there on the oars. Alright, got one in the foot. These guys have good armor, man. They are pretty well protected against these arrows we're flinging at them. I am out of arrows. Oh no. Maybe I can, let's see. Yep, we got a javelin. Totally missed it. That's okay. That's alright. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Keep on swinging. Those guys are ours. Oof. That was a rough one, guys. Oh my gosh. A lot of dead men on this boat. We lost Oh, 41 of our guys. Most of them were those Imperial recruits. They did not fare well. Oh, no. Oh, but we won. You know, that's what matters. We come out on top. We take the prisoners. We dump looters overboard into the water to make room for more valuable bodies. That's what we're about here. All right. Okay. Well, tell you what. If we recruit these 3, we can actually take 3 more of these guys back. And frankly, we need the bodies, so I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to upgrade these guys into Corsair Chiefs. This infantryman gets to become a shipmate, and the last shipmate gets to become a Coast Guard. Excellent. And these guys are almost all of them ready to be Nautes. Good for them. Okay. So, you know, not great, but those guys who did survive are tending, you know, they're trending towards being pretty elite, so. Oh, and those Batanians, they held their own pretty well. Good for them. Companions did not. Again, Yuha's boat got completely wiped out. But he made it, and that's what matters, you know? So. Oof, cool. Let's bite the bullet and say yes to that. Is this Raider iron clothing better than anybody's armor they're wearing right now? You know, this isn't tremendously better than the sleeveless padded coat you guys got on. None of this is. Yeah, this is not better. This is a good bit sturdier shield, and it's a little bit lighter than what he had. It's pretty tiny, though, but durable. We'll take it. As far as swords go, this is significantly faster, and that's about it. It's pretty weak besides. Yeah, not the best stuff here. I don't think that there's anything else that we want to equip, but we'll certainly take it and sell it off. I guess we can replace these fish harpoons with these jagged javelins, and that's a good thing. Get Mina going on those. Yep, and we're just going to go ahead and loot the rest here and call that good. Okay, let's see their ships here. They had 3 eastern galleys, and he had another Sambuk. Interesting. All right. Well, we're going to take them all, even if it means really limping back in, barely alive, into port here. Head on up to Zionica, and you know what? Maybe we're in for a Liburnus now, or a Liburna. Oh, that trireme-looking ship that we were gawking at last episode. That'd be a nice way to make our way up north. Something pretty to show off. We're going to repair everything, and then let's go ahead and take a look at our character sheet here. We level up our athletics. We can get more damage with melee weapons, and troops in our formation do more melee damage, or more combat speed when we have no shields and ranged weapons equipped. I tend to usually have those equipped, so we're going to grab Powerful on that one. And it looks like... let's throw this attribute point into Endurance to keep athletics leveling a little bit, because I really want to throw some more focus points down here into the naval skills. Especially Mariner, it's leveling quickly, so I don't want to slow that down any. We can get Axe of the North Wind to deal 20% more damage with axes, and more morale for Mariner troops. Or we can get Sunny Disposition for more damage dealt by swords, and give our regular non-Mariner troops more morale at the start of a battle. I'm going to be using swords, so I'm going to take Sunny Disposition on that one. Medicine. Oh yeah, got to get preventative medicine. An extra 5 hit points is a big deal, and we get some of our hit points back at the end of every battle, which is good. That helps us keep fighting more fights more quickly. Here on Scouting, this is travel speed on steppes and plains, and this is sight range. This one gives it, both of them give us an increased chance for gaining relations with notables. This one's villagers, this one's towns. Let's take the travel speed. I think that's more important. Though I'd rather have the relationships with notables and villages, so... we're taking Water Diviner. I guess that's what it's going to be. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Oof. No, we're still back in here. Let's manage the fleet now. Gonna go ahead and take a look at all our ships here. Let's take a look at what Zionica has to sell us. They have a Dromon. This is the biggest, baddest ship on the water, as I understand it. This is... both of these, the Senate and People and the Invincible Splendor, are like world-class warships. I think the Dromon is like the peak. Maybe not, you know, the only one in its class or anything, but it defines the class. the heavy class warships. I don't think that we're going to spring for one of those this early on. There's one of those Corbita cargo ships that we were talking about. Another Dromon. What else do we got here? We got a Dow, which I think is an Azurai cargo ship. And a couple more Dromon. But that Laberna looks like it's gone. What a shame. That's okay. Let's go ahead. Between the Gray Osprey and the Golden Owl, is there a clear winner? No, they're both completely unupgraded. Let's go ahead and sell the Gray Osprey for now. And you know what? We're going to sell all these Eastern galleys too and get our 2,800 gold. That is sweet. Yes. Go ahead and confirm that. And then I think we keep running this scam, guys. I think as long as these peasants are going to keep letting us lead them to their deaths, that's what we're going to do. So let's head back to the town center and we can, I was going to say recruit some troops. Looks like they all got recruited already. Here, several of our newer recruits approach us. My Batanian veteran convoy guard have been demanding the freshest cuts of meat. Oh, preferential treatment. They want the best meat and the best bread. Letting the others make do with gristle and stale crusts, and the veterans say that's the privilege of experience. Okay, how do I feel about this? I could get mad at them and humiliate them, and they might even desert. And that would make us honest and increase overall morale at the odds of a 50% chance of one guy leaving. Okay. Here we could get a reputation for being cruel and generous by telling them that, yeah, the veterans are right. They've earned that right. Here, tell your men they've all earned the right to my esteem and break out an extra ration of fish. I get a reputation for being generous, and I get the morale increase, but I lose a fish. Oh no, 14 gold, you know? And here, compromise will make me look impulsive and merciful. You know what? I'm a generous fella. We're going to bust it out, and we're going to treat everybody, because that's who we are. All right. Cool. All right, here I think I'm going to do a big loop real quick, and I will check back with you guys when it's done, but I'm just going to do this loop and do some recruiting, and I will be right back. All right, guys. Wasn't a perfect recruiting run, but we managed to pick up a few guys, find a couple of bands of looters, all that good stuff. And keep the infantryman pipeline moving along, and this corsair can go up to a warrior now. Oh, and we might as well keep recruiting a few corsairs. I got nothing against them, and we can spare the morale. We tend to keep it flowing in pretty quickly. Then let's get back on the port and set sail once again. And I don't know, maybe we will, maybe we won't if we see some more corsairs tangle with them again. We're, you know, even less elite than before now. We have quite a few just raw recruits on board. Yeah, that's pretty detrimental, especially at sea when they're not just recruits, but non-mariner recruits who take an active penalty to all of their stats. Oof. These guys are chasing after the Fishers of Zestea. I wonder if we just let them chase. Okay, they're now, let's see, running from my party. Maybe we can get them to come in and go after some fishermen. No? Okay, they don't want to take the bait. I'm not going to force that fight. I'd frankly rather not take it, given they're a little bit stronger than us. Maybe not stronger, but they're tough boys over there, and we're hurting for certain. Okay, let's head on over to Vostrum and dock for a little bit. And I'm going to run another quick loop, I think, get a couple more guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got a maxed out party and a few more people brought in on it for us. So, yeah, I think we're set here. Oh, merchants are savvy to most attempts to pass off most types of shoddy goods as top quality, but one of your Imperial Coast Guard knows a few tricks that aren't in the usual rogue's repertoire. He suggests buying a selection of spices from the market, then sprinkling a bit of pomegranate rind in with the saffron, some cassia bark with the cinnamon, and a lead compound known as litharge with the pepper. What? That is very bizarre. I don't know what he's trying to do by doing that. They didn't really word this in a way that points out what he's going for, but let's see. I guess so we can sell it. Here, a bit of lead never hurt anyone. Try them all and split the profits with your Coast Guard. Here we lose money but get 1 salt. And we get reputation for being generous but devious. Here, we vaguely recall hearing that lead might be poisonous, but we'll give the try to the others. We're devious. We lose more money and get the salt. Here, we can tell our man to save his ingenuity, and we get a reputation for being honest and close-fisted. Thank your man brusquely, and try his trick, but pay him nothing. We get the salt. We're close-fisted and devious. Salt is not worth what this seems to think it's worth. Yeah, I'm going to tell him to shut up. Let's not poison anybody and cost me 100 gold over some salt. That one, you know, most of those seem like maybe they're a little overpowered. We've gotten some serious rewards from them before, but that one was just jank, you know? There was nothing to that but a load of jank. Anyway, let's head back to the port. Let's manage the fleet real quick and just make sure Vostrom isn't like a naval mecca. They got 5 ships here, and they are all of them galleys in this dhow. Yeah, nothing crazy. And upgrade-wise, are they going to have anything for the Sambuk? Nothing special, it looks like. Okay, let's set sail. We're going to keep on heading to Danustica. Found a little Sea Raider hideout up there. That's interesting. None of the villages nearby wanted us to get rid of them, though. I guess they're good guys, those Sea Raiders. Oop. Here we might be able to save these fishermen of Lavinia if we intervene on this fight. That's exciting. Okay, here we go, boys. Any minute now. There we go. They are fighting. Okay. Another tough fight is what this is going to be. You know, we are not elite by any stretch of the imagination. We got a few, you know, decently elite guys. We're up to a half dozen Imperial Nautes, but yeah, the majority of our troops are still low-level Viglas, infantrymen, corsairs, and Imperial recruits. So this is still going to be a rough time, but I'm feeling okay about it. We're going to, let's see, we can take Drill Sergeant for daily experienced troops in our party, and we could take 7 veterans for even more experience for the high-tier troops. I mean, at that point, they don't need the experience, so we're going to take Drill Sergeant. Maybe that'll start helping us get some of those low-tier guys up, huh? And then let's get in here. We got to save these fishermen, boys. Let's help the fishers of Lavinia. Yeah, they're going to really love us for this, too. All right, so I think same strategy as last time. Oh, we don't really get to decide. All right. Let's drop the sails. Got the Latines going, so they are going to be doing just fine helping us out here. I think this is like the best angle for a Latine sail to be getting its wind. So we're going to be cruising pretty fast here. We're going to be able to get ahead of the fishermen of Lavinia. Let's just go ahead and order the Black Barracuda to skirmish, just like last time. Just snuck that order in there on the side. And as we cruise in here, again, I want to park on the right-hand side and make sure that we board that one. I'm going to drop one of my... you know what? I'm going to tell everyone to get off of the oars. Oh, shoot. I think we overshot it because the sail is so potente. Yeah, our line's snapped. Shoot. Well, we better get back in there. Drop the sail again. I'm going to keep half oars. Maybe our 2 ships over there can take that one galley that's floating their way. I hope so. And we're going to drop our sails for a little bit as we close in on their Sambuk. Yeah, here we go. They want the same thing we do from the looks of it, so I'm not too fussed. Let's go ahead and attempt boarding. Looking good. We got our lines out. Let's start shooting oarsmen. Nice, getting a little bit of damage in on these guys. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Let's see if we can keep interrupting these guys as they're trying to throw weapons at us. This is rough, guys. You know, we're not doing lethal damage with our weapons here. That's a tricky bit. We are doing about half health to everyone that we shoot. Except our own Imperial recruits. Oh no. That guy really ate it. We need to be getting headshots, but it's just so hard with the bobbing on the waves here. It is a different game than horse archery, for sure. All right, got that guy. We're getting them. We're getting them. I think we need to switch to our sword here for a little bit, though, and help our guys out. little more directly. Cutting down. Oh, we are taking some big casualties, guys. Oh, man. I think we're going to lose this one. Holy crap. Oh, there we go. We got a couple kills in. That's all we need is a couple, huh? We have fallen in the water. Let's use our net here to climb back up. This is interesting. I'm wondering if there's some cheese here where we could maybe trick them by jumping overboard and then climbing back up over here. Oh, let's get on this this fishing boat that's coming in. Who's rescuing who, huh? I guess I need to get up here on the mine after all. Shoot. Well, maybe if I can get up there, I can start shooting arrows. Oh, no arrows, but I am going to be able to take some of these guys out before their help arrives from the looks of it. All right. Wow, this one's bad, guys. We're going to have to really clutch this one if we're going to come out on top. We got 14 arrows left, and we're going to have to make them count because that little fishing boat is not going to be able to handle these guys. And I think they still have another ship full of men ready to come get us. Nope, we're going over again, boys. Come on, let me jump. All right. It was not letting me jump for some reason. That was incredibly frustrating. All right, we're going to get on their boat now. Haha, fuck you guys. Get a couple arrows off on them. Yeah, that's good. We are putting in work here, man. This is bad, though. This is a really bad time. Oh, I got a bad one on me there. We are really hurting, guys. This is not okay. I don't want to get up here and just immediately die. I think I'm going to let them cut themselves loose just a little bit. Oh, and maybe I can swim over here and get on our galley. Which looks like they cleared it off already. Oh my god, guys. This has been an absolute disaster. I wonder why. Our troops did so much worse this time around than they have in previous engagements. Those fishermen are coming in clutch, though. Okay, we're able to get up here. Maybe we can heal on hit our way to just enough health to survive our next melee engagement. Okay, nope, that's bad. Does anyone have a quiver? Oh, a dead guy with a quiver would be so clutch right now, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. Not on this trash boat full of our worst soldiers. Oh, no. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into here, guys? This is a brutal mess. I don't think we're going to get lucky on anything here. We could maybe pick up another shield, but I think we're just going to have to await our fate. We have one... I think I'm the one soldier that's left on that boat, and we have 16 men that we need to kill here. This is not looking good. Oh, no. Maybe I can get over to that Sambuk and get lucky with some sort of resupply. I think that's our best bet, so let's get swimming. If they open fire on us, I've lost the battle. Oh, no, I've lost. Shit, guys. It says I've lost even though I'm still alive. I wonder what's up with that. And I wonder what I can do with that, because technically we didn't, we didn't lose. The fishermen lost. I can't climb that net. Maybe there's one on the other side that we can. Anyway, if the fishermen lost, that's okay. We can handle that. It doesn't let me climb probably because we lost. So. Let's finish this out. I'm the only one still alive. Maybe they capture us. That'd be a huge bummer. Yep. Oh, no. Mina's been captured. Yuha's been captured. Oh, guys, what a nasty hit. Painful days of being dragged around. We find a chance to escape. You're no longer a prisoner. Since we don't have a seaworthy ship, our party will land on the nearest shore. Oh, no. Oh, guys, we lost the ships. And I am a castaway that's landed on the coast of Vostrom. Oh, shoot. That is just brutal. What a way to go. Our companions are captured or scattered. We are not destitute. We still got some serious cash on hand. Damn, that is bad. Oh, okay. We're going to take Arrow Catcher, and we're going to have to take something with bows here. This is more damage. This is more bow experience to our party member with the lowest. Yeah, this trains archers. This is making me a better archer. I'm going to take that. We need the damage bad. Here in Mariner, Enemy of the Wood is less morale to the enemy for each ship destroyed in battle. Fire damage dealt by our ship and crew to the enemy sails is up. Whereas naval fighting training is more experience gained by party companions after each naval battle, and a governor bonus. I guess we're taking Enemy of the Wood. That could come in clutch in like big naval battles, and that seems important. Oh man, my heart has just been ripped out of my chest, guys. That is terrible. Everything we worked for, we lost to what seemed like a sure thing. I thought we would manage that, and we just didn't. Okay. All right, we got a few men back under our belt here. Let's head to Vostrom and see if maybe some of our companions managed to find their way to shore, too. I think that's where they'd end up if they did. Head to the tavern, and Gur the Hawk here is not one of ours, no. He's not bad, but he's not great either. I wonder what our inventory looks like. It seems like we kept our gear and most of our trade goods, interestingly, so that's okay, you know? We have enough to keep going, but we lost a lot of monetary value there, don't get me wrong. Okay, let's keep moving towards Deznutsson. We might be able to recover this and get our hands on another ship over there. I think I'm going to skip the Vigla recruits until I have an excess of horses. As much as I'd love to have some cataphracts on hand for land battles, I just don't want to be buying them tons of horses to get them leveled up. Oh, my heart is just broken. That is a bad hit, fellas. That hurts. We're going to be able to get back on our feet for sure, but I am worse for wear, you know? The Rebelos here. Let's see what they got for us. More recruits. So many recruits and nothing but. Dang it. Oh, we got some looters up here. Let's see if we can train up a few of our guys here. I'm just gonna send them in, let them do what they're gonna do. We'll lose a few, but some of them will level up. Quite a few of them from the looks of it. Get a few prisoners out of the deal. I'm gonna keep the recruits as recruits so that they all share experience and we can just kind of mob train them and see if we can get as many of them as we can up to shipmates before we risk going back on the water again. That was traumatizing, guys. We just lost so much all at once. Ouch. You know, if we can get back out there with some decent soldiers, maybe we can recover this. I don't want to, you know, jump the gun here, and there's of course a chance that, you know, some naval patrol or a lord party is going to beat us to it, and that sucks. But those corsairs are still going to be out there, and as far as I know, they should still have our ships. I think they will capture our ships when they take us out like that. Either that or our ships just sunk. That would be awful. Okay. Well, I tell you what, guys. I think I'm going to keep running around and trying to prepare to get back out on the water. Hopefully, I'll be back with you once I'm back in Deznutsson with enough money and men to stake back out on the water. We'll see you back shortly. Oh, well, guys, I just got a message saying that our companions were freed from captivity after their captors were defeated in battle. So I guess somebody has beaten those corsairs and must now be in possession of our ships. So, that's a bummer. It took too long. We got up to a decent number of men here, but they're all still recruits and crap. So I'm just running around trying to clear out looters. Just wanted to share. Yeah, we just took a nasty hit to the morale. My own personal morale, not our morale by the numbers. But we got our companions recovered, and they're going to be able to make their way back to us per my request. So, soon we're going to have them back, and we can cull the weak from our party, maybe, and press on. Ever onwards, maybe get us a new boat, and, yep, try again. That's the best we can do. So yeah, I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to try and get at least, a ship's worth of mariner troops that'll be able to hold their own on the sea. I never want a repeat of that absolute humiliation we just suffered, so we are going to be a little more thorough about training up our soldiers before we go putting our assets in the form of all those ships in their hands. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'll see you guys when something interesting is happening. All right, guys, it's been a minute since I checked in. And I just wanted to bring you all in on what we've been up to. Because it's been a minute, and, just wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaving it too long. Party's looking kind of stacked. We got quite a few Imperial shipmates. We've been really running the looter gambit. Gang's all back together. We've managed to get all of our companions. Plus, we picked up Yoselin here, who's, rocking some decent chainmail. She's a Valandian daughter of a mercenary captain, something like that, who's signed on with us and just gives us a little bit more cavalry presence without me having to actually train cavalry troops, So it seemed like a good idea. We got some more prisoners that we can sell here real quick. And we have done some upgrading on the equipment. I had the thought that, we can almost guarantee a better presence if we upgrade ourselves and our companions hard before we go for the boat. So we've managed to find some lordly, heavy lamellar pauldrons. These might just be the best pauldrons in the game. Lucked out, they were like $5,000, but sprung for it, and it's totally worth it. Got some matching gauntlets and boots here. They're not legendary like the pauldrons are, but they're still better than what we were using. And perhaps most importantly, we have the noble bow, which is probably the best bow you can use on a horse in the game. So this is fantastic. I think it's like 30 more piercing damage than we were doing, so it should really help us with the damage output we were suffering from low damage output when we were fighting those corsairs last. I think this will help us make up for some of that. We also have Yuha kind of equipped like a professional soldier now, and the bow's cascaded down, so he's got the old recurve. Same with Davlan, he's looking a little more professional. Got a legendary studded leather armor we found on some steppe bandits, and then the rest is mostly hand-me-down stuff, but all good. Yoselin, like I said, she's rocking some decent cavalry gear. Some bought, some found, some won. And Mina's mostly rocking hand-me-downs, but still way better than she was doing, for sure. So the core of the party is looking a whole lot better. I'm feeling a lot more confident about it. And, yeah, figured I'd come let you guys know about that and maybe do a quick tournament where we might win a plumed nomad helmet, which, if I remember right, is really drippy looking. Let's find out here. If it's the one with the horse hair, I might be really... Oh, yeah, this might be my favorite helmet in the game, just because of the way that horsehair ponytail moves around. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be better than our legendary male coif, but I sure hope so, because I want to be wearing it. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I forgot some of these lords and ladies are pretty tricky with the high skills. They almost seem like they're not a dumb computer. Gordiana. All right. Let's get in here, see what's going on. This guy on the right is wearing... Oh. Wow, we got, like, all-stars in our first round here. Seems like everybody's a named character. That one looked like maybe a legionary. Keep missing those kicks. That was embarrassing. Rustica. What a name. All right, so we're up to the next round here. Got a lot of lords and ladies in this fight. Hopefully we can pull out this win. Yeah, and this is going to help really pad our income so that we can hopefully get a little bit more ship when we do go and buy our new ship. Oh, wow, she followed that up with another swing. Good on you, Rustica. she's looking for vengeance after what we did to her last time. Good for you, huh? Okay. We got hit there, but we tanked it, essentially, so we were able to plow through and hit her, even though she got that in first. That's, you know, that new armor's coming in clutch. I think that's what that's going to show. We've been doing a few tournaments. This isn't the only one I've done since I left you guys. I figured we didn't need to see all of them, but it's just been long enough. I wanted to check in, make sure you knew what we were up to. Okay, so Canis here is probably going to be, yeah, he's our guy in the last round. As you can see, our odds on this are getting so much worse just because we've been winning so many tournaments. We kind of got a name for ourselves now. And that, you know, it's not the worst, but it's a shame it's taken away an earning opportunity for us. We really need to get back out on the water if we want to be maximizing our earnings potential. All right, that's pretty good. Let's check out this plumed nomad helmet. 'Cause I really like the look of that thing. But let's see what the stats are looking like here. Oh yeah, it is better. That is great, awesome. And now we're gonna have some badass, like Rohirrim-esque horsehair flapping around in the breeze behind us. And again, that cascade of our gear down the line here. I don't know if anyone's got something worse than this male coif. Good, so we can sell that. That always feels good. That makes it feel like it's a real improvement for the whole party. Okay, well, with that, you know, we got a little bit of new drip, even visible on the campaign map. Just flip-flopping about. That's badass. You know what? I might I might take a quick tour through the Kuzite lands here, see if I can kill some steppe bandits, because they were good experience for our guys. And maybe, just maybe, crossing my fingers, I find like a legendary version of this helmet, because I think it's so cool. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I think it might finally be time for us to get back out on the water. It's been a long time for me. I know I've skipped most of it for you guys. But yeah, we'll see you back here in a second. All right, guys, we are back again. This time we're in Deznutsson here. We're doing pretty well financially. Trade has been really taking off. I need to grab this perk real quick. We can either have our workshops or our caravans grab trade rumors for us. I'm going to go with workshops because I tend to lean on those a little harder. And then I'm going to throw this this focus point into trade because it's been making us some good money, guys. I discovered a doke over here, super cheap on so many items. So while I was running around in the Kuzite lands, I wasn't really able to catch a ton of steppe bandits, but I sure did do a ton of trading just between these three cities and then cruising down to Onira and even Cyrenea once or twice, and just leveled trade prices over from a doke, and that was hugely, hugely profitable. So, yeah, we've made a few $1,000s on top of the fact that we've been busy upgrading our character gear like nuts. We did find a fine version of that plumed helmet. We found these legendary plated leather vambraces with 36 armor. Oh my god, so heavy duty there. We've found a couple things for our companions along the way. A lot of people are wearing those Kuzite suede boots now, so that's a thing. So yeah, everyone's a little bit better equipped. And then we just found yet another upgrade for our pauldrons. Those ones I said I thought were probably the best in the game. I think I was wrong, because these ones, where are they? The Legendary Raider Reinforced Shoulder Guard. We lose 8 on the armor, right? But we pick up 7 on the body armor, and we lose a good bit of weight, which is a big deal. That lets us move faster. Oh, and it's got this kind of Nordic feel to it. Gives us this bulky, almost like Space Marine look. I'm into it, so we're going to keep it. We're going to save all this Lamellar stuff. I don't know why I won't just give it to a companion, but it feels wrong, you know? So this is still ours, I guess, and I'm just saving it in the inventory for no particular reason. But anyway, just wanted to bring you guys in, because these are nice. I like the drip. We are looking hotter than ever. I'm excited to get back out on the water and start trying some stuff out. Now, like I said, I didn't catch a ton of those steppe bandits, but we got a few guys who are ready for a small promotion. I'm going to give those guys the Imperial Archer tip, and we'll get a small handful of Imperial Coast Guards. It's not as much as I'd like, for sure, but it's gotten to where I feel like I've cleared off this half of the map from looters, and we have the money to get ourselves into a decent boat here. I want to get back out there, even if it is a little bit risky. My heart's healed. I'm ready to risk love again. So we're going to go to the port and manage the fleet. Let's see if Deznutsson is the naval port it was cracked up to be by, well, by me, I guess. Okay. So there is a Dromachion here, which is a heavy ship. It has both lateen and square sails with a deep draft. Lots of cargo capacity, tons of crew capacity over here with more below decks. Yeah, looks like it's going to be able to be outfitted with a ram and maybe some sort of ranged weapon on the front. So this one's tempting. Never mind, it is still above our price range. That is a pricey ship. But this Liburna over here seems like it's right up our alley. Just want to make sure that we're not missing out on something else further down here. They got Western galleys and dhows, another Dromachion. A few different types of galleys, Western and whatnot, but this Golden Albatross seems like it is the one for us. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get us back out on the water. We are going to buy this ship right here. Let's hop over and take a look at it. I don't know if you guys have played Sid Meier's Pirates, and I'm probably going to go ahead and do a playthrough of that someday. We'll see. Right here on the channel, it's going to be great. But in Sid Meier's Pirates, this is not only a super common name, but it's also the name of the ship that you spawn in on. And it feels very appropriate right now. I'm feeling piratey, and I want it. So we're going to name this one the Revenge. All right. And let's see what we can do for the Revenge. We have a little bit of money to play with here. I don't want to go too far overboard and end up losing. Wow, there's some cool rams here. I don't want to put ourselves in a financial position that is uncomfortable in order to upgrade our ship. But we're here for the ram, okay? So a heavy reinforced ram strengthens the hull, gives us 5% extra hit points from the looks of it, and a good bit more weight, but it gives us a strong ramming ability. Looks like the heavy reinforced ram here, I don't really understand. They have the same name, but this one's decorative. It gives us less weight, but the same hit points, which I think is better. But I don't know if that weight is a good thing when you're actually ramming people or not. That's weird. I think this one would be better if it was available, so we'll have to keep an eye out for it, but I'm probably going to get this one for now. And then this down here, a Wavebreaker Ram. Not only strengthens the hull and deals heavy blows to enemy ships, but it improves speed and gives the ship more hit points. Wow. Yeah, this one gives it top speed and travel speed boosts. So this is something to keep an eye out for. This Wavebreaker Ram would be even better than the one that we're equipping here. Okay. For the hull, reinforced bronze sheathing is pricey as heck. That additional 10 seaworthiness we get for free from the looks of it. Not for free, but we can just get the lead sheathing and come out with the increased seaworthiness. The hit points, I don't know if we're going to miss it. I'm going to risk not taking them, though. For the sides, we can either get an arrow brazier or we can go ahead and get some shields, these southern shields strapped on there. I might go ahead and grab the cheap ones for now. Yeah, I don't want to put us in a bad position, but that extra 20% for just $9.50, that's a big deal. That'll help our guys hold their own a little better. Arrow bins. Okay, we already have arrow bins that let our archers restock during battles. If we spring for 25k, I'm sorry, 2.5k, that extends to thrown weapons as well. Considering we have so many nautes and that line of units, I'm going to go ahead and spring for the arrow and javelin bins. And I don't think I'm ready to drop 5k on the best of the best there, but that's good enough for me for now. We got wide oars that'll help us maneuver. That's a big deal for a ship that's going to have a ram on it. I'm tempted to go for the oaken wide oars and get the full oar power, but we already got the one upgrade for free. I think I'm going to take that and instead drop the money for cotton sails to really increase our travel speed there. I don't know how to unlock these figureheads. I was looking at them earlier. They're associated with a culture, so I don't know what that has to do with it, but it just says not unlocked. Maybe it's something you have to loot from an enemy ship or something like that. Who knows? If you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what's going on with that. And for now, I think the Revenge is looking ready. Oh, yeah. That's looking tight. It's like half Viking longship, half trireme. This is good. That's us. That's what we are personified as a boat, you know? Perfect. It's most of our cash. We're going to be, let's see, our wages are $3.99, so we're gonna have, you know, a while's worth of wages, but this is really going to put a strain on us here. Yeah, we're under 5K. And now we need to go into our party because we can only carry 60 tops. So we need to drop 8 of our least valuable men here. It's been a pleasure, fellas, but, you know, you're just not going to cut it. And here we are, aboard the Revenge. All right. Now, unfortunately, as I said earlier, our adversaries who took us out were already captured by somebody else. But we can still seek our revenge against their brothers in arms. Oh, would you look at that. Right on cue. Easy, easy prey coming up. This is what's going to get us back on the map financially, too. We're going to be able to take their ships and turn them to our advantage. Now,
keep your distance or our sails will foul.
Foul those sails, buddy. Heave to and prepare to be boarded by motherfucking Agrippa Deznutsson. Oh, it is time for revenge, boys. Time to attack. No faff commanding one to skirmish. No splitting our troops. We are all in on the Revenge, ready to go. And here it is. Oh, we don't have the wind on our side, but we can swing right here. And we might, maybe, if the wind cooperates, be able to furl our sails and get a ram in on these guys. Now, I do want to take the ships, so I'm tempted not to ram them. But you know what? It's just too cool, and I am way too mad to let this slide. I have got to test out this new ram, and I have got to sink a freaking galley or something just to spite the gods and feed my rage. So that's what we're going to do. All right, here we go. I'm going to start the turn in, see if I can get this lined up a little bit better. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a good enough angle that we can pitch the sails and get a little extra speed going to ram that galley on the left, probably. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. All right, we're going to drop the sails, and I think it'll be helping us just a hair to pick up some speed. Yeah, that's it. Ramming speed, boys. Get it done. Oh, yeah, good damage. Good damage. All right, we can now drop the sails, and let's attempt to board. Let's try out this new bow, gentlemen. 180 damage with a headshot. That's what I'm talking about. And man, does it shoot where I want it to shoot. 63 to a body shot. Not the best in the world, but it's better than we were doing. I have got to pay attention to who's in front of me. All right, we got to repel boarders. Not going to leave it up to just our men like we have been. We are getting surrounded, but that's okay. I can go ahead and support on the land bridge here. Let's get over and start swinging. I think we got them all. I think we got all of those guys already. Now it's time to get over to this ship. I'm chasing. I am in kill mode. I think that's their captain right there, or their chief. All right, boys. That was a little tense. We've had a javelin sticking out of our arm the entire time, but we have done it. That feels good. That is our first naval battle where we haven't taken nasty casualties along the way. Just 10, 11, with only 7 of them lethal. You know, it's not the best. I wish that we didn't take any. But look at those upgrades, boys. Oh, that was some good experience. Yes! Oh, and we can recover one of our trained archers. I'm tempted to take these Triarii, but they are not going to do many favors for us, given that they're not, yeah, they are not, what's it called, mariner troops. Yep, so that's not meant to be. But what is meant to be is 32 upgrades to Coast Guard and another veteran archer. That is spicy. Look at these guys. They are just that hair better from these shipmates. They look like actual soldiers instead of just, you know, sailors pressed into javelin throwing duty. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got a long, fine steel scimitar out of the deal. 80 cut damage is not bad. It's got a hell of a reach on it, too. Wow. I don't know if we want to use that because it's so slow, but that is tempting for sure. Oh, we got those hooked javelins. Let's see if that's better than what we're using here. Oh, look at that damage. That is really good, actually. And then Mina, these legendary harpoons are just a bit better than your jagged javelins. And let's see, the lowland javelins are also a good bit better. So that's nice gear upgrades for these guys. Flipping through here, I don't know if these mail yeah, they are. I was going to say, I don't know if they're better than what these guys are already using. Okay, that is good. We got some decent gear upgrades from that even. We got, all that loot that we can sell. And now we got the ships, boys. Some of them are pretty worse for wear. Don't get me wrong. But I think at the end of the day, it's all money. All right. That feels good. I feel like we have earned our revenge just a little bit. You know, it isn't complete. It isn't completely satisfying. But it's something. You know, it's enough to rest easy knowing that we've done something to avenge our fallen comrades and our lost ships. Getting back here, I'm going to hit Manage Fleet, and we are going to go ahead. We'll start by repairing these galleys here. And then selling them for slightly more than we paid to repair them, hopefully. 5,400. So for this one, it's going to cost me 45 to sell it. I think on these, I actually just want to sell them. Wow. No, never mind. It's 1466 to repair this. And then I'll get it up to that 45. Yeah, I might as well just sell it now. They aren't letting me get away with cheesing the math like that. We're also going to get rid of the Sambuk. Heck, we need the money. And then we can repair the Liburna here. Any upgrades that you guys are selling that we could pick up? Let's see. Nothing too wild here. We can get the birch wide oars. That's a good one. That'll help us turn that little bit tighter. Spend some of that money, but not too much of it. That feels right. There we go, and we are back in the money, fellas. Let's go to the town center. We'll ransom off our prisoners and do a quick trade. Sell off some of that gear. Let me just make sure I got everything I want to keep tagged. And we'll just hit the sell all button. That's good. I don't know if I want to part with any of our butter or cheese. I'm pretty fond of it. But all this wool, we can get rid of that. And these planks for a good profit. All right, that's another 7 grand under our belt. Oh yeah, 25K back into financial success, boys. We can recover a few soldiers here and get back on the water. Oh, gotta go back to the port and then set sail. All right. Here we go. I'm thinking maybe one more bit of piracy, or counter-piracy, I suppose. Here we go. There's some corsairs. I really want to land a good, strong ram. So I'm going to try and position myself upwind from these guys as best as I can. And then we're going to engage them. And I want to just run one of their ships over. Hard. Like, all the way, level the thing. That's what I need from this. Prepare to be boarded, asshole. All right, here we go. Ugh. I am ready, boys. Let's get in here and get that little last leg of revenge. I'm feeling good. All right, revenge. Let's do what you were made to do, buddy. Yeah, here's those sails. Whoa. We just phased underwater for a little bit, and that's not great, but you know, we didn't go full Davy Jones. We still don't have tentacles on our face, and that's good. All right. Check it out, guys. That is what we are working with. We got archers stationed, ready to start shooting. We have shipmates on the oars, ready to keep going. We got a nasty ram that we are going to run right through. Oh, let's see. Do I hit the Sambuk? Nah, that's where the money is. That's where the money is. We're going to go for the galley. And I want to hit him in the side, but they're not going to let me. Oh, yeah, they say it's an ineffective ram, but we killed a few of them. We did some serious damage. That's not ineffective in my book. I'm going to kill some of the sails, and we're going to let our guys skirmish just a little bit as we bring this bad boy around. We took some losses there. You know, that wasn't perfect. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get more guys on the oars here. See if we can bring it around and hit them with another ram. Even if it is just under sail power, or I'm sorry, oar power, I think it's going to be worthwhile. We got our archers plucking shots at them. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's put a little distance between us and them. I might fast forward through this just a hair for you, because I'm going to try and bring it back around for another swing with the ram. All right, boys, here we go. Coming in for another swing. I don't know which one we already hit. And I don't know if they're going to let us. Oh, they don't want it. Oh, all that. We can't quite land it, but we are going to board them. All right, let's get our revenge here, boys. We got our hit in. Now let's get some shots in. Maybe pluck some over at these guys when they're not ready for them. Oh, got him right in the crotch. Oh, getting some good shots off on these guys. Come on. Oh, that guy's got some armor. We need to take him down. There's a nice headshot. Ah, good body shot on that guy. We got a floating corpse. We got a floating corpse on the midline there. All right, taking them out one by one. Let's get in there and support our boys. We're starting to lose a few. I want to be on that catwalk. Oh, man, that is no good. There we go. Get some. Get on the Sambuk here, start plucking shots at these guys when they're not ready for it. Yeah, they're trying to throw. They don't know what's happening. Maybe they're glitching. Maybe this is their strategy. I don't know. Either way, we're getting headshots. Ooh, that weaving. That bob up and down. That is intense. Woo, it is hard to aim, but boys, we are just managing to hit their shields. Oh, that didn't seem like it was going to hit a shield, but it did. All right, let's get in here and take care of some of these guys up close and personal. Whoa, those thrown weapons. That one guy took it right in the side of the head. I think he got it on the gay side, too. Oh, missed that one. Plucked him in the head. Oh, there's one for you. Oh, they're trying to run. He's trying to untie us. I'm not going to let him. I'm coming across, you piece of shit. Yeah! You can't hide from me. You can't hide from revenge. Oh boy, we might be in a little over our head here, boys. Whoop! Haha! Fuck you guys. Oh, I still can't let you get away. I'm coming up. All right, here we go. Oh, it's tight. It's close, guys. Here we go. Last one. Corsair warrior. Oh, we got him. Oh, he was a chief, too. How climactic. We did it, men. We've done it. Oh. Again, something in the neighborhood of 10 casualties. That's not bad. The two of them were recruits. Got one at the shipmate, one of our veteran archers. Still rough. Not amazing. We got a Naute and a veteran archer back from it, though. So, you know, not the end of the world. And look at that. These guys are, all of them, ready to level up. That is incredible. Oh, that feels good. It feels good to have, like, an elite crew. Look at that. 34 Nautes. That's what we're here for. Okay. Yeah, we got a crew of 53 and not, well, I was going to say not one of them a pushover. 4 of them are totally pushovers. Oh, but we're doing pretty good, guys. That seems like a great spot to end this one. I am happy. Oh, let's get these boats. Yeah, we're going to take all of them, even though they're pretty heavily damaged. It's still going to be good money. And I think that's where we're going to cut it off for this one, guys. We're probably going to cut on up to Zaonica, or maybe down to Cassira here. Sell these ships off. And then next time, we're going to head up. Set up with the Nords. See if we can get some mercenary work done up there. And start reconnecting with our Nordic heritage. Until then, thank you guys so much for the support on these first couple videos. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I love being new to the space. Love connecting with you guys in the comments. I'm trying to read and respond to everything that I can. Hope to see you down there. Don't forget to like if you liked it. And if you've watched a couple of the videos now and you think you want to keep going, yeah, give me a subscription, you know? If I've earned it, if you've made it this far, I kind of feel like I've earned it, you know? Either way, let me know. Until next time, this has been Grapo, and can't wait to see you again. Bye.